powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Kent Lutzen. For those in Missoula and areas south, it has been a really beautiful mid-January day under a very blue sky. As for our friends in the north, we saw some cloudy and even rainy weather. For the very latest, let's go to meteorologist Russ.
Really throughout the day. Missoula was sitting that border. We had clouds early, sun late. Farther north, dealing with a little more cloud cover. You can see right now what is happening. An upper level ridge is developing, and it will center itself over western Montana tomorrow and to a certain extent into Tuesday as well. And what that means is it's going to be dry, and we're going to get some sunshine. Now we can look at our current temperatures. We got 40 Phillipsburg, 39 for Sula and Hamilton, mid-30s. Kalispell, Polson, Sealy, Missoula. We'll have more coming up.
Thanks, Russ. Friday marked the end of the presidential transition at UM. Interim President Sheila Stearns delivered her final administrative recommendations to current President Seth Bodnar. In an email addressed to students, faculty, and community members, Bodnar thanked his predecessor. He says, quote, "I received President Sheila Stearns' final recommendations on academic programs and administrative services prioritization. Sheila has my sincere gratitude for this report and for her lifetime of service in advancing the cause of higher education in the state of Montana." Bodnar plans to build on the prioritization process by working with cabinet, deans, and shared governance groups on campus, adding he will provide a framework for decision-making as we begin spring semester, which starts January 22nd. And back in Missoula today was a winter break at the Ranch Club. Dozens of people gathered at the Ranch Club for pond hockey, curling, fat biking, ice skating, cross country, skiing, and sledding.
Well, the best part about this event is, one, the turnout is great. And the reason that's so great is because it's showing how willing all these people are to support the community and to support the food bank, support Special Olympics. So seeing a turnout like that when you're doing something that's a fundraiser is probably the best part.
At the event, there were s'mores, a bouncy house, and visits from some amazing animals. Animal Wonders INC brought animals from all over to teach kids about where and how they live. Kids and parents had the opportunity to ask questions and pet the animals. All of the money made from the event is going to benefit the Special Olympics Missoula Otter Team and Missoula Food Bank Empower Pack program.
Because we are a private golf course, it's really nice to do something in the winter when we're closed, to bring the whole Missoula area out here and see what we have to offer. This year we've probably doubled our attendance due to the warmer weather.
This was the 4th year that this event has taken place, and they plan on continuing the tradition in the future. And once thought to no longer exist in Montana, the swift fox is making a comeback. And as Winston Greeley tells us in this week's Outdoor Report, Fish, Wildlife, and Parks has a strategy to manage Montana's swift fox.
The size of a house cat, the swift fox lives on Montana's shortgrass prairies. And now Fish, Wildlife, and Parks has a plan to conserve swift fox in Montana.
We're a long way through developing a swift fox conservation strategy for Montana, and the need for it was lots of interest in swift fox conservation across the state, but not necessarily a lot of coordination among the various entities that were interested in swift fox.
Common in the early 1900s, the swift fox was thought to not exist in Montana by 1969. But in the last several decades, reintroductions on the Blackfoot and Fort Peck Indian reservations, and also in southern Canada, have today led to an increase in Montana's swift fox.
So we have scattered populations of swift fox in Montana that have been around for a decade or more now, and it seems like there's a lot of potential habitat between these places.
One of these areas is in southeast Montana, where FWP crews trapped and collared swift fox this past fall.
A lot of our work and the research that we're doing with other collaborators is focused on determining what is and isn't suitable swift fox habitat, where we might expect them to be able to live and survive or not, and trying to figure out if there are barriers to dispersal.
The main conservation goal is to reestablish the swift fox in 50% of suitable habitat across their range, giving Montana a major role in the overall recovery of the swift fox.
There's a lot of momentum that has built to this point, so I think people are excited about seeing a species get recovered to a substantial degree.
I'm Winston Greeley, out among Montana's fish, wildlife, and parks.
Montana State Parks will be getting a little bit of a bonus in the sum of $2 million of federal funding. A release from the Fish, Wildlife and Parks says they are launching a new improvement program for wildlife habitat. They intend to work on managing noxious weeds on both public land and private lands. The Montana Wildlife Habitat Improvement Act was passed by the 2017 Montana legislature, which allows the FWP to use federal funding annually toward the Wildlife Habitat Improvement Program. The release says the FWP is looking for your opinion on its administrative rules, as well as soliciting applications for a citizen council and grant applications. The public hearing on the proposed administrative rules will take place February 13th at 2 p.m. at the FWP headquarters in Helena. And in health news, the flu has officially reached epidemic levels in the U.S. It's widespread in 49 states. Hawaii is the only exception. A viral respiratory disease, the flu flourishes in the cold, dry air of winter, but varies year to year in the reach and severity. This year, experts say the virus is especially active, and predominant strain known as H3N2 is one of the more vicious. Flu-related hospitalizations nearly doubled nationwide last week, according to the CDC, as the number of children killed by the illness rose to 20. The vaccine is only expected to be about 30% effective against the H3N2 strain, but with roughly another 3 months left in flu season, experts say it's not too late to get a vaccine. And coming up after the break, documents with the details from this past year's Las Vegas shooting were unsealed. Plus, General Motors says a car with no steering wheel or pedals could be street ready by 2019. Stay tuned.